Hey everybody, this is Perch. Every now and then I get kind of emails that are clearly in that kind of taunting, jeering, trolling kind of way. And I always kind of wonder, did the person who write this, did they kind of stumble onto me for the first time, or is this somebody who's listened to the show for any length of time? Because I think you either have to be very new and not really understand, the individuals involved. Um, in which case, why are you writing? Like why are you wasting your time? Or you do know, and then you're just dumb. So it's like which one of these is it? But anyway, let's read this mail. It says, "Dear Perch," and Perch is in quotes, as if to say, "I know that's not your real name." Really? Okay. Anyway, dear Perch, now that James Gunn's Superman has been a box office smash and has broken several records, are you willing to admit that you were wrong in your review that you said you didn't like it? It's people like you that Zach is irritated about, who just have to hate everything. Wondering if you're willing to eat crow and admit you were wrong. And then there's another line in here I'm going to ignore. Um, that believe it, that the line was not, haha, just kidding. This is what a crazy person would say. But no, but um, let me break it down this way. There isn't a wrong here. First off, let me start with this. I am glad the movie is making money. I'm glad that there's no but or if, there's nothing. I'm glad. Good. Look, I love comic books and I love superheroes and I love these stories. And when these things, these movies or comics or anything else, when they make a lot of money and they're popular, it increases the odds that we will see more of them. So I'm happy it's made money. I am excited for its success. I am not one of those, and nor have ever been a channel that's going to sit here. I mean, like what channel did you think you were writing? Did you look at the thumbnails and see a bunch of like, it's gone woke, Disney sad, Kathleen Kennedy crying, James Gunn dick? Like, did you see, those aren't the thumbnails that you see in my channel. I think you wrote the wrong channel. I'm glad it's successful. It doesn't change the fact that I didn't really like it. I think I said, I think my general rating was a 4 out of 10. I didn't enjoy the movie, and I gave reasons there. I gave reasons in the video that I did, and none of the reasons were they had a brown guy in it, and there was somebody who looked gay, and no, none of that. And at no point did you hear in my review it was too woke. That was never the case. On reflection, after I did the review, it did dawn on me a little bit because I think I said in my review that, politics weren't really a factor. Yeah, they weren't. That said, you wouldn't be a complete crazy person to go, that conflict there, the Bolivia or what the fictional countries that were fighting. It seemed like there was at least a little parallel to Israel and Palestine, particularly the point where the somewhat Jewish-looking army was rolling in their tanks to kind of a refugee camp. I don't know. I mean, I have to squint kind of hard. It feels like there might have been a little parallel there, but it wasn't overbearing. I mean, it wasn't like they weren't waving around a blue flag with a 10-pointed star on it or anything like that. It was so you could kind of make that point. But regardless, that wasn't in my review. It wasn't like I wasn't sitting there going, God damn it, why do they have to do Israel here? There wasn't any of that. I gave the reasons in the video. I thought the characterization was off. The pacing was weird. More than anything, it like I said in the other video, it felt like a video game with a bunch of cutscenes. Emotionally, it didn't hit. But I said in that video, and like I'm saying now, you should go watch it. And I hope you like it. And I'm not upset if you do like it. And if for whatever reason I was given an option as to if people were going to like it or hate it, I would prefer for people to like it. I'd like to be in the minority. in my view of the movie. I'd rather the majority of you all like it more than I did. I would like it to be financially successful. I would like it to make a bunch of money. Because if it does, then it becomes more likely that I'm going to see a bunch of comic characters that I've always wanted to see on the big screen. And I think that's fun. It's more likely that we will see renewed interest in comics. It's more likely that, grocery stores will say, we should probably sell some of those comics. Like all these things are good for comics. So I am glad. There is nothing for me to, what was the mails like, admit or, change my mind or sing a different tune or anything else. It's okay to dislike something and still hope for it to do well and be successful. And that's where I'm at. And that's where I'm at because I'm not an infantile toddler who just screams at everything. Those people are fucking nuts. Look, critics and I think Roger Ebert said this at one point. I may not like a movie, but I always hope people do. It is not my intent to get people to stop watching movies. It is not my intent to say everything is bad. Who wants to operate that way? I mean, good Lord, what a miserable way to operate. I don't know. I have been traveling a lot. I have not caught up on the latest. Is Zach feuding with me right now? I don't know. I haven't noticed, but I doubt it. But I think that there are certainly channels that kind of wake up in the morning and think, how can I shit on something in an entertaining roast way? And keep in mind, by the way, that's the origin point. People are working way too hard to try and play armchair psychologist as to what's going on here. Roasts have existed for a long time, and roasts typically take something and it make jokes about it and exaggerates things about it, and it shits on stuff because it's funny, because people laugh, because it's entertaining, because it's like watching a train wreck. There's no such thing as a roast where, somebody goes, and now I'm just going to say a lot of polite, nice things about the topic. That's an award ceremony, and those are not very popular. Roasts are. And you don't have to have a lot of talent to roast something. And it is popular to shit on things that had some success. The MCU had some success. A bunch of people that were interested in it. People start counter programming against it to go, actually it sucks and the people are dumb and gay and here's why. And that's what that's what a roast is. And a lot of channels do roasts. And again, I mean, it is what it is. You're entertained by it or not. It doesn't really need much more life than that. But I like, to me, it's just so pathetic when we live in this world of people who either wake up in the morning to just shit on everything because that's the only bit they know, and then an equally annoying other group of people who are like, oh, you didn't like the popular thing? Oh, you must be fascist. Oh, you just hate everything. Why don't you try liking something for once? What skin in the game do you have? What are you doing right now? I mean, honestly, I think with so much of entertainment, we have overthought it to such a severe degree as a culture, because entertainment is meant to be entertaining. It's meant to be escapist fantasies. It's meant to be, you don't have to put much thought to it. One of the problems with movies and comics and books and all this other stuff is when you start assigning too much agency to it, where it's not just a book anymore. It's actually something that changes the world and every word is powerful. This is kind of, I remember having this argument with somebody about Alan Moore's work, and that it's the more people try and dissect the genius of an Alan Moore or Grant Morrison or, some of the writers that write more kind of a more complicated intellectual philosophical stuff, the more you dissect it, the worse it will become, because you're investing too much thought into something that is meant to ultimately kind of entertain, lift up, maybe create some dreams and everything else, but going blow by blow. There's a channel called, I think, Cinema Sins. And at one point, it was kind of a funny bit. It's like everything wrong with Harry Potter in 5 minutes. And then what happened was the video started getting longer. It's like everything wrong with Harry Potter in 32 minutes. And you're like, Christ, that's a long video. And it starts to get into things like obvious plot holes. Like, hey, why isn't that Harry Potter movie the twins have a map that show everyone, but they can't tell that their brother Ron is sleeping with a grown man who's supposedly dead that shows up on the map. You'd think they would mention something. Yeah, that's a plot question mark or hole. But instead, these videos became, Harry's got orange shoes. Orange shoes are late. Ding. And it's like, okay, now you're just shitting on everything, and you've killed your own bit. You're not meant to analyze stuff that much. But again, if you do, it's up to everybody whether they want to listen or consume that. It's like anything else. It's entertainment. Take it or leave it. But no, I'm glad Superman did well. I'm legitimately glad. I do not wish for any film to do poorly. And I know some of you are not going to agree with what I'm about to say, but here goes anyway. As a father of 2 daughters, the youngest of which wanted to watch the, God Christ, I can't remember the actress's name, the new Snow White, with the Lord Farquaad looking haircut woman. Farquaad, yeah. When I sat down in my home and watched that movie with my daughter, I will tell you, I made a silent little prayer that this movie would be good, because I was sitting down for 2 hours of entertainment here. And what rational, sane person sits down and goes, I hope this fucking sucks? No, nobody, unless your agenda is that it sucks so bad that it's very easy for you to roast it on your own entertainment platform, in which case, more power to you. But that's not my channel. That's not what I do. And quite frankly, that sounds crazy, just saying it out loud. So no, I am not seething and coping that Superman did well. I'm glad it did, because that's better for everything. It does not need to correlate my opinion on things and its financial success. And I'll just offer this before we go. Some of you out there, you have given too much of yourself and your life over to corporations. Your happiness does not equal how much a movie makes by a studio that you do not own nor have any financial stake in. Why are you making that connection? That's unhealthy for you. Don't give away your soul, because in effect, that's what you're doing. You have outsourced your happiness to tie it to a box office return. I mean, that's nuts. I don't care whether woke Marvel. Well, no, I do. So I take it back. I do care. I want, quote unquote, woke Marvel to come out with movies and make $1 billion. I want to do that because I want to see movies. I want to see more comic book entertainment. And whether I like the movie or not, I want it to be successful. Who out there is out there wishing for there to be bombs? Nobody in their right mind, or people who have a business stake in things being bombs. Otherwise, I don't have to like things that are popular or unpopular. Those are independent thoughts. I don't have to like comics that other people like. It doesn't mean the comic is good or bad or successful or not. It just means, gee whiz, all of us have different opinions on what we like to consume for entertainment. And that's good. That's a good thing. Is everybody out there supposed to like, this is a conversation I had in a comic shop once upon a time. Guys, is everybody supposed to love Watchmen? And the answer was no. You don't have to like, you don't have to like Watchmen. Watchmen is frankly an acquired taste. And when it came out, it was not like everybody in the world loved it. There are plenty of people who were like, yeah, this isn't for me. Just because something is high selling or classic or whatever it happens to be doesn't mean you are forced to like it. It doesn't take anything away from you or the product itself. So, congratulations to James Gunn. Congratulations to Superman. I hope this leads to other movies that are good. I hope it leads to a increased interest in comics, and I hope I get to see a Legion of Superheroes movie someday with just a massive ass cast. I think that would be fun. So, that's what I'm hoping for. That's it. That's the video. Thanks for listening.